Okay, pilots. It's not really a build. It's actually a rebuild. Because I've bought the plane from Jeff and Laura, Alabama, when I went down to Perry, Georgia for the big sale. And heck, I bring it home. Pretty much took it all apart except for the tail feathers back there, left them on. But reinforced them a little bit. And I've done some touching up. Got my places touched up. Got them all repaired. Let's take a closer look at that. Just had, well, the light blue, I didn't worry about the light blue. But it just had little scratches like that on it here and there. He's been flying it. But also, the wing had some places on it. I got to put my wing on. But it pretty much looks like a brand new wing. All them little scratches and nicks and crannies. Got my LEDs mounted. Got the wing tips there repaired. Heck, that looks like I took it out of the box. Alright. Now I've got my strobing light in the center here. Let's see. I doubt this light's going to last long, but I'll turn it on anyway. But I got my strobing light. Let's see, don't get caught on nothing. Got my strobing light in it right there, and I got some antennas we're going to mount. But this is pretty much ready to go. Now, I've got a different receiver in it that I'm actually going to be flying with in it, because right now it takes a little while to get things, pilot. So I've got some receivers ordered. I've got some jets ordered. They're coming. Let's see if I'm going to be able to get that thing up in there. I don't know. I got to get this thing as close as possible here. Because I don't have a lot of... Which one is that? Is that the throttle? What it is. Okay. The throttle's not giving me enough air. So let's get in a extension bag. My big bag, where's my big bag? Let's get this one. I'll give you enough. Just a little, I think that's what you call 4-inch. Because pilots, from the factory, you literally run your wires down into this hole here, okay? And you put your receiver on the bottom, but I'm putting my receiver on top, okay, with a gyro. It's gonna have a gyro in it. I'm gonna have my pilot with the FPV camera and movable head. Okay, it's gonna be sitting here. Okay, I've ordered some extensions for the battery lead to the pilot FPV receiver or transmitter. And the battery for it is going to be put in the bottom just like I put the regular battery in the bottom. That way I'm not going to have to get in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm just going to plug the battery in and I'm ready to go. So let me see here. But this is just a testing receiver right now because I went and bought some things, bought 2 jets, and I bought this plane and bought another plane, and dadgummit, if Just Enough RC didn't start making them pilots and sell them, and I cannot reach it. And now I'm broke. But no, I got some money coming. It's just I got my B-17 coming, and that's what my tax money is going to pay for. But I hadn't heard anything lately from Century Jets. The last I heard, he was getting the cockpit fitting better. He didn't like the way the cockpit was fitting. Alright, gotta flip it over. Gotta check my polarity, especially on that throttle. Okay, that's in there. Put that back in our receiver. And yes, that gives me a little bit more. Checking my polarity. Putting that in number 3. Number 3. I've already got a wire harness in the receiver for the ailerons, but I've got to plug my LEDs in. Let's balance right there. Let's balance right there. So my balancing act, okay. My LEDs is I'm just going to put them into an open channel. But you got to make sure you got polarity correct on them too. Alright. Find my wire harness. I've got ailerons. Checking my polarity. 1. 2. Okay. Now we're gonna put our wing on. Just gonna leave this rat's nest laying there because, like I said, I got to take it all this back off here when I get my pilot. We want to make sure we don't have any wires pinching. This back out, this down. This slides into a slot here into the canopy glass. That canopy glass is thick plastic, folks. It ain't going nowhere. And I want to continue checking and seeing if I'm on leads. Yep. I had to move the leads up because, like I said, they were designed to go into a hole back here. So I had to take the leads back out of their track, to where I could get them up there. Okay, got to put 2 pretty good size. They regular Phillips head screws. They not small screws or small screwdriver. But you got 2 long chrome machine screws. I like it. I seen the nut was down in and inserted into the canopy glass, which is, like I said, is thick stuff. Got a bite. Now, I've got some got a bite for the wing struts here. I've got some little push in clips like that you put on, such as my pits over here. You put those little slide clips into the wing struts. Well, I found 2 of them. I thought I had 4, but I only found 2 of them. But I'm gonna put them in my wing struts so that I can slide them out, or if I can get in and out. But you know, once I get my pilot in there, I'm pretty much not gonna be taking it off after that. But for right now, I'm just gonna put a little snugging on. I'm not really wrenching it down. I got a wing on there. Got a wing on there. Now that's what we're gonna do now, is we're gonna flip this over. Oh, don't break my wooden prop. A nice wooden prop. I've got it on it up here. And ordered the FMS Piper 1400 millimeter motor shaft, prop shaft, and it comes with that pretty little nut, and it fit right on there. Okay, we've got to line up our struts here and make sure they inserted into the hole on the hard point. And we get this down here. And what I was talking about, I'm pretty sure I figured out. I looked through the parts pages on different kind of planes, pilots, if you could just kind of give me a clue maybe. I don't remember where in the world I got them things from. But I'm gonna see if it works. Let's see here. Let's see if it works. Okay. Figured I might have to do that. Just got to spread it out here a little bit. Let's see if I can get it on there. Let's go this way. Like a glove. Like a glove. Look at this. Push this a little bit. No, it ain't gonna get no further, but it's holding on there. I don't think that's coming out. Yep, I might have to go a little bit further. Let me get her spread out there. Spread them! Let's see if I got it up over that. I bet it'd loop right down into that slot. Let's see here. Let me get a hold of it on this side. Having to bend it out there a little bit. Stay low, stay low, stay low. There it went. There you go. Stay low. There we go. Okay. Well, I can get that turned around. See, I'm over here on this side. I need to be over that side so I can stick this thing in here, but I'm just wanting to show you. I'm gonna put one on this side. Yep, yep. And I'm just gonna slide this in there for right now, and I'm gonna put the other one on the other side. But I want you to look at this, because what I might do also is maybe shorten that. That's what I might do. If I shorten that, that'll work too. All right. You didn't see what I was battling, but that was it. Note, let me get something small here for a second. Note the gap down here. See the gap down here? So I turn this to where that loop would be lined up in that gap and kind of like snug snap it around it. So I need to get 2 more. I'm gonna get, you know, one for the other side. Let me get this one in on the other side. Let me see if I can get it where you'll see it this time. Alright, let's line up these. Pilots, you cannot find these things nowhere. So if you break them, good luck. Even the brand new one that's coming out from Horizon, these are back ordered. You get everything else, but you can't get these things. I'm gonna slide that one in. Get in there, bitch. Oh, give me. Now I'm gonna try it from this side this time. Let me get my pliers on, open it up a little bit. Just open it up a little bit there. Look at that, I'm even doing it with my hand until I get to that tight spot. That tight spot. And there it went. Into that slot. There you go. Now, I'm gonna take my wing off. There we go. Okay. Now, since we got it upside down, we're gonna put our new landing gear in. Okay. Let's RC. Let's RC. He sent me some springs and some strut rods here, some support rods for the tail feathers, and some springs for the landing gear. But it was missing one of the lower rods, unless it just went through a hole through the bag, or if he didn't have that one. Might have lost that one on the crash, never know. All right, I looked on the website. Now, pilots, let's say you've crashed your plane, okay? Let me look at you for a second. Let's say you've crashed your plane, okay? Can't find the part for that plane. Get on there and look for something that's similar, okay, to what you got, all right? It doesn't really have to be exactly the plane you've got. This plane is a Durafly, if I'm not mistaken. It's a Durafly, okay? So it's been discontinued. You can still get a wing, you can still get a fuselage, you can still get the landing gear, you can still get the tail feathers, you can get the cow. It's a different color, you have to paint it, but you can get them, okay? Because there's other planes that they made in different schemes, different colors. Even other companies has made this plane in 1400 millimeter wingspan. So if you can find that plane in 1400 millimeter wingspan, the same kind of plane, Cub, Piper, J-3, L4, Sport, you're looking at parts that you need, okay? Landing gear parts, struts, the tail wheel. So I got on Banana Hobbies there that has a couple of different kind of Cubs. They got a yellow one, they got this one, they got a red one, and it's with Swiss like the FMS scheme is. They've got the green Army Scout, just like I've made. But they're all out of stock. They don't have no stock. So I bought that FMS thinking, okay, I can paint it green. I can order these parts here if I ever need them and do what I need to do. So I looked on there and I've got a bag with the new springs in it on that one. There's the new tail, the rudder mount that turns the wheel if I ever need it. Okay. You got a piece of shrink wrap right there that goes around the springs. You got the little block right here that goes in the landing gear that they've sent out in the second or third version or so to support the landing gear a little bit better, okay? And in this bag, you got all the screws that you needed to put the model together. You got the little bitty small springs in there. I'll get them out and show them to you in a minute. You got the push rods, and then also you got the little strut rods over there for the tail feathers. See? And you know how much that was, Pops? That was $5, $4.99, I think is what it was. Okay. I got the spring, that other rod strut that I needed. I've ordered 2 Bigfoot antennas. This goes to the Arrows Bigfoot. I'll put them on there. But my tail feathers, I've got to glue a couple more. You've got to glue these little mounts in, okay? I've got the ones on the top, so I'm going to show you how to put it together for the ones on the top. Look at that, I got black paint on it when I was painting. I'll show you in a minute what I was painting. See? But you glue them into the tail where the hook those rods up to. So now, I needed some other stuff. See, those bags didn't have everything. Well, I look on there, I got some plastic parts. I got the hard mounts for the strut, wing struts. I've got the mounts, again, for the tail feather struts. Look at there, I even got some hubs in here. Look at there, there's the 2 hubs with Cub written on it. All right. There's another mount right there for the landing gear. Let me get it up there so you can see that. That's important. That was important, and you might need that. One of y'all out there might need that little piece right there that holds your springs together. But you notice, it's yellow. It's yellow. It was the yellow Cubs. They had that in stock. So what I done, I took my yellow parts. I needed those 2 connecting rods here, I guess you want to call it, or whatever. Litz sent me his. That's Litz there. Didn't need that. But I painted them gray. We'll just put primer on. That's all I done. So here we go. First step. See the little yellow bottom there where I taped it to the thing? Well, this is going to be covered up by that tire unit. We'll see that. Because this little piece right here goes on the axle. And it's kind of tight. So you got to put it on out here and then slide it into position. Like so. Okay. You just don't stick through a hole here. They kind of got a little, I mean, you've seen it. It's got a little slot there that you slide that axle on. I know why it won't slide up on there now. I can see glue on it. Jeff went ahead and he reinforced the wheel pants here. Got the tie drilled hole just like everybody else was modifying theirs. And that little piece that I was going to show you, let me show you that, because, I mean, you know, you might need that. You might want to put that on yours. You can put it in the FMS. You can put it in the Durafly. You can put it in the Blitzworks. But this, they sent you this little rectangular block of plastic, you know. And you're supposed to slide it down into here like so. Right. Jeff's got all that glue. There ain't no way in the world I'm going to be able to get that down in there, but I don't want it in there. It's already took care of. Maybe I might need it later. See? So I got that. But right now we've got to get this little thing on. I'm going to show you what we're doing here. Make sure I get it on there and it's straight. It's looking good. Note the slide in it there, how I slid it on. And then there's a cut in it right here on the pants where that goes right into it. Now we've got to hook some springs. Let's see here. Why is it doing that? Because it was looking at me instead of the plane. Okay. That's okay. So now we've got to take these springs right here. Okay, note the big loop on the end there. Well, you got two pieces here, okay, two little ears, okay, and that's kind of thicker. Well, I've took a spring and just stuck it on here like this just for kicks and giggles. I'm gonna hook this one, if I can, through both them holes again, just like it's supposed to be, with that other spring on there too. Can I do it? That's not gonna be easy, because that don't. Putting it through that other one, right? Almost get it to line up and go in there. Okay. I'll mess with that later. Okay. And I've got to hook my other little piece up here. Now, that's going to be, that's got to be, now wait a minute, I'm wrong, because there ain't no way. That's got to go like that. Yes, yes. So I'm glad I didn't get that hooked on. Those big hooks go the other way. So the other guy that built one of these did his wrong. That's okay. We all learn. Now, yeah, because we got a pretty thick area right here we got to hook into on that. So that's pretty much going to be here. Yep. There we go. So you run into that when you don't have instructions. See, I watched a couple videos on it, but not really too many people got into detail about it, and the guy that did done it wrong. Could be trouble. Oh, wrong one. Wrong hole. Wrong hole! Sailor boy. I got that one hooked up. Now I looked in my little bag. I got my bag. Where'd my bag go? Where's my big bag? See, I got two. The two that I just put on there was from Litz. He sent me those. And heck if I ain't got two brand new ones right there. And then I got the two big ones here I got to put on. But I've got to slide the shrink wrap on. Got to put my prophylactic on. I can get this little Ziploc bag out of here. Now, we just got a piece of shrink wrap here. Put it up on this rod. Put it up on that rod. All right. Ice cream. It won't give you enough room because they don't want them to come back off. What do I do with that one? Hold something. Well, is there a hole there? It's so small I can't see it even with my glasses on. For some reason that thing just will not hook into that hole like that. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. It doesn't just pop right on. Oh, no. Usually when one's easy, the other one's gonna be a pain. Okay. The notorious landing gear assembly. I'm gonna get my cigarette lighter. Drink a Pepsi. That looks nice. It looks very, very nice. So we have our springs on. So now I can put no tires on it. See, you couldn't put your tires on till you got them springs on. And so now I can see if I'm actually going to have enough room to put this on. Oh, you know, if you didn't see my other video, I got timber tires on Cub rims. Okay. And you'll need to watch that video if you want to try to do that. Alright, that's all. And we're going to get our little hub here started, and I've pre-installed this hub nut just to make it a little bit easier to get it all the way on. And then Dad's RC taught me how to do this little number right here. You know, just kind of grab your rim and your hub there. Put your thumb on your hub, on your nut, hub cap, whatever you want to call it. And turn both of them on at the same time. And you want to get your Cub where it's not upside down. The word Cub. Which, let me see here, I might have to loosen it up because it's tear. Let me get that, turn one more good one. It's tight. Oh, I'm gonna have to loosen it. I ain't gonna ever get that on there like that. I had to flip it on around, I was upside down. I'm gonna have to loosen it back up till it gets over there. I mean, it's not loose, it's still tight. To get my word Cub there right. There we go. Could use maybe a little, now I could put Vaseline in there, or I could put graphite. Now what I mean by graphite, if you've never seen graphite before, there's what you're looking at. And it's kind of like a powdery metal. It's like little small shavings of metal. You can put that in like lock cylinders and things like that, and it'll kind of give it some more. But what I need to do is take that back off to do that, because man, if this stuff here gets on your model, that's like lead, like shaved lead out of a pencil. Oh, you can't get it off. I was looking at it upside down. Okay. There's our landing gear assembly. Huh? 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 How do you like me now? Okay. I'm gonna flip it over here. We're gonna put them tail feather struts on. Since I'm feeling good with the springs today. Since they working with me. Put your little springs on there, and I'm gonna leave the short one down here because I hadn't got them mounts, hard mounts on them yet. Oh, time to eat. Pilots, I'm so excited. I know this is off topic, but my Fly Fans MiG-25 is going to be on the doorstep tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully. And there's one. Come on, ice cream. Yeah, that long one. Long one's on top, short one's on the bottom. Getting that mount. Now you're gonna have some tension on it. It's got some tension on it. It's got it. It's got it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me see if I power. We don't want to slip here. We don't want to slip and go across my new paint job. I don't do that. That sucker ain't going nowhere now. And plus, got to put the ones on the bottom. Alrighty. I should have everything hooked up. Except for those other two pins I need in the wing struts. My pilot. Another receiver. Let's see, what was the other thing I needed? That was it, I believe. I believe that was it for this one. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Where's that? Oh, I got it in that other plane, I bet you. I bet you. Yep. Okay, let me check something. 42. That's enough to crank it up for a little bit here. Wait a minute, I've already got a battery in here. No wonder I couldn't find it. No wonder I couldn't find it, pilots. It's already in. But I'm not going to plug it in there standing there. I was born at night, but not last night. Alrighty, I hear those pretty little tones. Pretty, pretty tones. Back on it. And then I'll be plugging my FPV up when I plug it up. Now when you got a gyro and a bottom feeder, pilots, Just make sure your gyro's turned off and you can have it upside down. But I just leave my leads hanging down on the ground. I mean, it's pointing at the ground. You plug the 2 battery lead and the ESC lead together while it's sitting on the ground. Then put your cover on. You ain't got to put it all on one time. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Another green light receiver in there. Check it out. Check, the whole receiver lights up in that one. Yep. Looking pretty good, pretty good. Them's FMS LEDs there for the 182, FMS 182 trainer. Big bulbs, big bulbs. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, pilots, it's time to eat. What am I gonna fix tonight? One thing I'm not gonna do is hit that. I'm not gonna hit that. Ailerons, elevator, rudder, and now you notice how the tail ain't flopping. Let me get up here when you see it. Notice how the tail is not flopping? That's because it's got those springs on that tire now. While it's rolling and you got pressure on it, that spring will be pulling that tire over there. Now, another thing I'm going to do, pilots, on most of my bush planes, especially ones that I got floats for, is I'm going to get, as soon as Hobby King gets them in stock, I'm going to be getting a 60 amp reversible ESC. Now, the Tundra, the green Tundra, comes with a 40 amp, but I'm going to put 60 amps in them because I'm going to run 4 cells in them. So I'm going to call for 3, but I'm going to run 4. All right, let's see what kind of throttle we got here. Uh-oh. I could be off balance there a little bit with that one. My nut's not going crazy, so I know it ain't the struts bent. Yeah, I might be a little bit off balance, but I'll have to test that. I'll have to test that. I have to check my balance on it. 12 by 6. Yep, 12 by 6. But I'm not going to paint the engine compartment. Nope, I'm not going to put any silver on it because, hey, it's a Navy one, you know. Maybe they didn't want the Japs to see them flying around, so they didn't paint them up pretty in silver. Okay, no flaps on it, no flaps. So, pilots, Jeff in Lower Alabama, man, I really appreciate that. And no, you can't have it back. I'm out.